He hasn't got an everlasting attention span. Hello.
Here he is.
Yeah.
Here
Look at that.
Yeah.
What up?
Adam, what's up? Willy Wonka's back.
Hey, Dad.
The team
What's
is
up?
back.
We got the crew back.
When was the last time we had everyone? Obviously, because the top three of us, we were there in Indianapolis, but we didn't have Megs. Kurt, we missed you too.
Miss the Aussies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while, eh?
We're
I'm
back
back.
for the most important, though. We're all back.
W. That's exactly
Lego.
it. We're winners. We're all winners. The five of us are winners, aren't we, Brett?
Oh, mate, we can't lose. I haven't practiced losing. I've practiced winning.
I think Nate's going to practice his backstroke turns.
Oh,
from what
my
I saw.
God.
Maybe
Man,
you stroke
my
out.
heels still hurt. Not even kidding.
Yeah.
We didn't come here for the silver.
Yeah.
We came for the gold.
Stuff the
What do you think we
silver.
come here for?
Hey,
Oh, man, it's
the
on.
comments are frothing. Parker wants to know who's going to win the 400. People
Straight in.
can't wait. They want predictions. Left, right, and center predictions.
Oh, they want the predictions. Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
go. There's lots of predictions, though. Like every
Oh.
person that I see on Twitter or X is just absolutely dominating predictions.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
look
no.
out, Sonny.
Oh,
Stop
Sonny's
it.
doing an
Oh.
ad.
Oh, let's
look out.
go.
Oh, the first
Leave one
ad
these
of the
guys
live
to get me
show.
going.
Oh,
Need a
my
little-
God.
A little
Oh,
tease
sprinters.
down
Third
the
eye.
IQ. There it is.
Third eye, better hydroxybutyrate.
There you
Michael
go.
Andrews, Jesus juice.
There it is.
Oh,
You'll do one of these to get me
be
fired up.
careful. Be careful. You might not finish the show.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Is that a free ad?
Yeah, that'll
Oh,
come in handy if the show
yes.
goes for 8 hours.
Yeah.
8 hours. Oh. Tickets for the Olympics finals are on sale. Okay.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
speak to your bank manager now.
They're on sale?
Yeah. Apparently, there was an email that went out from USA Swimming yesterday. Said, "Hey, if you're a previous member of the Olympic team, you can get tickets through us." Like the Olympic starts in like 3 days.
It only holds 17,000 too. So, which for me, I don't think is that many people. The US trials, you guys have been there. It had held more than that.
Yeah, that was also
23,000.
the most spectators at a swim meet ever. Like,
Yeah,
and it wasn't
that's
in
cool.
thousands a lot.
Stadium.
Yeah.
If you take away Indianapolis US trials, the previous record was 16,000 at Rio. 17,000 is good. We're happy with 17,000.
How many?
We're not
No,
gonna-
no. How many do they have in Sydney? Was it 18 and a half in Sydney?
Well,
I thought
obviously
Sydney
not.
was. I thought Sydney was 15. But I could be wrong.
But they're not going to fill it up because it's 4,300 euros for a couple of tickets or a singular ticket.
Yeah, wow.
Is it really?
Still available, funnily enough.
Got to make their money back somehow.
Still available.
Far out.
Well, there's got to be cheaper seats than that.
Yeah, Felipe M.
There you
said
go.
we've got
525 euro.
Bargain.
All
Basement.
right, so what do you guys? What do you want to talk about? What are the big stories? You got something to say, Sonny?
I was just going to say, if I was you, I wouldn't spend any money on tickets. What I'd do is I'd get the live stream up on your TV and then listen to our show at the same time.
All right.
So you're watching the swimming, listening to us five, and that's going to be the cheapest and best way to experience the Paris Olympics. Would you not agree?
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you feel up to it, you could donate $50 and save $450 per seat.
There
Yeah.
we go.
That'd be good.
There we go.
Sonny, you're just selling stuff all over, left, right, and center today.
I'm not
Look at
saying
you.
anything. I'm just drinking my teeth down. I'm going for a swim later. I'm going to do some endurance work.
Look at him like popping it off. Little.
Kurt, before we went live, Kurt said I was sleepy. He had no idea. I was just like calm before the storm. I'm so excited for this swim meet. Like, so excited. Like, it feels super epic this week. Like, this is way more than a Worlds or a Commies. I kind of feel like it's like our first proper meet in 7 years. Like, Tokyo just kind of flew under the radar. No spectators, no storylines building into it. This one is like, I don't know, it's like the crescendo of an awesome 7 years of swimming. So many storylines, so many last hurrahs with people like Adam Peaty coming out, to say this is, probably going to be his last one. so many fierce battles. Dressel, Milak, Kaylee, Regan, Summer, Arnie, like Molly, Siobhan. Oh, I'm a little impatient sitting here right now. Like, I just want Friday to come and slap us around the face and get on with some racing.
No, Sonny's 100% right. And he's right because as a swimming fan, take a note, there's a first time for everything. But as a swimming fan, this is the best you're going to get. And when you look at this women's field, straight up, it's the greatest group of female swimmers ever assembled in the history of the sport. And you're talking greatest of all time in Ledecky, the greatest sprinter in the history of female sport in swimming in Sarah Sjostrom. And then you've got future Hall of Famers, Emma McKeon, Arnie, Kaylee, and then the likes of Summer McIntosh as well. You throw in Molly, possible future Hall of Famers as well, and Kate Douglas, Regan Smith, Gretchen Walsh, Tori Husk, Maggie McNeil, Tatiana, Ruta, Yafei. You just can't get any better than what it is. And the highlight coming from day one is the women's race of the century and that women's 400 freestyle, where you've got 3 world record holders, 3 world champions, and 2 Olympic champions in the same event going head to head to kick it off. And it doesn't get any better than that. And obviously they talk about the men's race of the century back in 2004 in that 200 freestyle, obviously with Phelps and Hoogie and Thorpe all going head to head, and Hackey was in there as well. But surely this women's 400 freestyle, this field is the race of the women's century, the best we've seen.
What are we talking about? Doesn't she have a 4-second buffer ahead of the field? What are you talking about? Race of the century? It's not even a race.
Yeah,
it's a race for silver.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think there's a race for gold, and I don't think Katie's in the race of the century. I think, look, Summer is a freaky fast swimmer. I don't think you can just say Summer's going to get whitewashed by Arnie, but I mean, Arnie seems to be in the best form of her life, and that's pretty dangerous.
Have you written off the goat? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
what's up with that?
I have. She's
with the shirt on.
She's like, look, mate, put the shirt away. She's going to go 3:59. She's lucky if she beats Erica Fairweather for bronze. To be completely honest, I think New Zealand might get the bronze.
I'm clipping this.
Oh, never write off a champion. Never write off a champion.
I think Katie's lucky if she wins the 800. If Summer had Summit, Summer would have won that. And if Arnie's going to bother swimming it, Arnie goes 152.1 for 200 free and 350, whatever 4 or 5, whatever she goes in the 400. Why on earth is she not bothering winning the 800? Come on, Arnie, win the 800. Send that to Dean as well. Tell Dean to make her want to win 3 golds.
I had some key times.
I said this in the chat. The 400 free is probably that's tip miss all the way, but the real race is the 800 free. Last Olympics, she took down the GOAT in the 400 freestyle. What's the next thing she can do? What's the best thing she can do? What's the thing that no one can believe that she can do, except for 2 people, Titmus and Dean? They both think that they can take this 800 freestyle. I was talking about this during the last Olympics. She could have done she could have beat her 3 times, 200, 400, 800. Didn't do it in the 800, but now she's had 3 more years. I'm worried in the 800 freestyle. I think we're going to have a real race in the 800 freestyle for the first time in a long time.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. You've got to get this day one sorted. This is the Olympic Games. This is the first day. This is all on the line, and anything can happen on that first night. You've got to bring it. If Arnie doesn't bring it 110%, then Summer's going to be right there, and the GOAT's going to be right there as well. And Fairweather, if she races out of her skin, is going to be close to a podium finish as well. And I just think you can't get complacent on the night one and just book it like it's not the women's 4x1 freestyle relay where I'd put my house on it. The 400, you've got to be a little bit careful here.
Well, I will say this. 3 years ago, Dean shot out a warning to me. He said, Summer McIntosh is the one I'm worried about in 3 years. He said she is going to be the one to beat 3 years from now. Now, here we are. Dean's pretty good at predictions. We've seen that before. He throws out some good ones. And he was claiming that Summer's going to be the one to beat. Now, she pulled out of the 200 free for unknown reasons. I have no idea why she would pull out of that. And then she stayed in the 400, which seemingly to me was her weaker event out of the 2. But I don't know. She could turn it on. I
Why
guess.
Why does it surprise you that she pulled out of the 2?
I just felt like she was primed to challenge. Like she can get down there. She can get down to that 153 mark and challenge. That's what I felt like. But I don't think she's getting anywhere near the 355. Wouldn't you say?
Former world record holder in the 400. If she's in the best she's ever done, then she's going to be close to Arnie's world record anyway. The 200 is that now we're starting to talk about, Arnie and Molly in the stratosphere and daylight third. I think it's a smart move for someone to ditch the 200 that your chances of getting that are slim to none. Step up on the 400 on night 1. See what you can do. The kid is still so young. She's so young. Still just 17. At her second Olympics, still hasn't won an Olympic medal, and now's the chance for her to what? If she could upset and win the 400 on night 1, and she's still got the 2 and 4 IM, she's got the 200 fly, she could come away with 4 gold individual and be the first woman since Christine Otto, who was a drug cheat for East Germany in '88, to ever do it. So she straight up becomes the best individual female swimmer in the history of the Olympic Games if she can get it done.
Megs, you just crowned Summer again. Oh no.
Yeah,
no.
what happened last time, Kurt, in the 400 free last summer? How'd
exactly.
that go?
Summertime.
Yeah.
Well,
you jinxed her.
Nate, does she learn from that? Does she come back? She's got to come back better. No, you don't think so?
I just think Titmus is like the most consistent swimmer when it really matters. She swims out of her brains and she destroys everybody, and all these other people don't.
Yeah. Megs, what's your thoughts on this?
What are you going to get? Are you going to get a 359 or a 355 from Summer? Like when she swims in
like
these,
I said, she's still 17, and she took a lot from Fukuoka last year. She's got more to give. Arnie's got more to give. I'm just saying this isn't signed, sealed, delivered. You got to go. They're not just going to give it to you because you won it last time or whatever. And Arnie's against history as well. No Australian woman, has defended an Olympic swimming title since Dawn Fraser when she did the three-peat back in, 56, 60, 64. So this is rare air for Arnie on night 1, pressure. I've been here in Australia the last week. It is all on her. They can't stop talking about it. They've booked it already here. And thankfully, and you saw in Arnie's media conference, sorry, Megs, I'll let you in a second, but she's as cool as a cucumber, she's as cool as they come and handled that brilliantly. But certainly she knows as well as anyone that if she doesn't bring it to her absolute peak of her powers, if she's not right there under a world record, then she's going to have some serious company.
Bam. Megs, what are you thinking? What's your take?
I'm thinking it's the Olympics and anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. I think silly if you're right off the goat. I think Katie Ledecky is not one to be written off very easily. Titmus is a clear favorite. We all know that she is a killer inside that. Any team, any race, but nothing's guaranteed. And I think if McIntosh can be up there within like the 200 or the 300 meter mark, she's going to be super close. And I think for McIntosh, that first 400, that first race will set up her whole meet. Like we saw a little bit in Fukuoka, a little bit, she lost that probably confidence in that 400. So if she has a cracker, she's going to have a cracker of a meet, that first one. But I think you can never say never with Katie Ledecky. I'd love to see Titmus and Ledecky just go absolutely at it. But I'm going to say Titmus all the way. I think it's going to be another world record. But I just think Olympics is anything. You can miss the bus. You can miss a suit can break. Anything. Absolutely anything happens at the Olympics. So never, you just can never kind of really push anyone out of the picture. And Lani Pallister's not doing it, which I found really interesting. She pulled out of the 400.
There's no medals open. There's literally no medals. Why would you swim a 400 free when there's like the three best in history plus another woman who goes sub fourth?
Four.
Yeah,
the best in history.
Yeah.
4 best.
Lani wanted nothing to do with it. I make her right,
Yeah, that makes sense. All right,
Yeah.
what else? What else are the big stories? Leon Marchand, home Olympics, obviously.
I like taking the piss out of the comments, but there's an outside chance for a new world record in the 200 fly. Logan, can I just clarify that the world record is 150.2? He is not getting anywhere near that. Do you understand how fast 150.2 is, Logan? Idiot.
Oh wow!
Those ketones are kicking in now.
Oh,
They are kicking in.
Look at Sonny. Look at him.
Oh, let me know more
He's
comments.
sweating. He's
I want to see
sweating.
your comments so I can just cry at the rubbish. 200 fly world record, by Jesus.
Okay,
Sorry.
what world records do we think are going to get broken?
Night one.
How many?
4x1 freestyle relay locked.
Boom.
Locked.
Gone, girl. Who's breaking it?
The Americans.
Mm.
I think you're right, Sonny. I think you're
Oh, there he is. Come on, Nate. Tell us about the Americans.
right. You know, we're just I just can't wait to see who actually makes the relay. And then what do they split? But it's going to be a lot of 46s this year, folks. A lot of
Word
46s.
on the street.
Damn.
Hunter Armstrong is hot right now. That's the word on the street.
Ah,
I've heard he's super hot. I was
Hot
with
right
one of the cow coaches for the last week, and he was getting some information from Croatia that this guy is a winner
Yeah.
on free and back. A
Mhm.
winner.
Hunter Armstrong is hot right now. And he's probably listening to this too, by the way. Hunter Armstrong is hot right now. That relay is going to be deadly. Yeah.
I'm going to make
Deadly.
two calls.
Deadly.
That relay is going to have two world records. It's going to have the 4x1, and Panjan Lee is going to break the world record on the lead-off leg. And my second call, evolving from that, is he won't get an individual medal.
whoa. That would be crazy.
He's going to break the world record, 46.7, night
Then
one,
not-
lead off,
You know.
and he's going to come fourth in the individual. There you go. Anyone like betting out there? You can lock that in. You can lock that in. Just send me a little bit of the winnings.
World record to fourth. That's what Michael Klim did in 2000. World record lead off and then
It's a true
fourth.
combo.
Ooh.
True
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah, I didn't have him in my pick for the men's 100 free either. I don't have him in my first, second, or third. So I'm with you there, Sonny.
That's racist.
Oh, Meg.
Talk about race.
Meg,
Is those
come on.
nicknames.
Oh,
Come on,
Man,
man.
Meg.
Pan's the man. Pan is the man.
Nah.
How many medals does China win? Let's predict. How many medals is China winning? How many golds? China.
Zhang's winning the 100 fly. Zhang's going to win the 100 fly.
What?
Yeah, she broke the world record in training 2 weeks ago, apparently. Yeah. No, I saw it on Twitter. Straight
I
up.
like
broke the world
Gretchen for
record
that
in
100
training.
fly.
Saw it on
Yeah,
Twitter,
I don't think you know what? I don't think your Faye's going to have a good meet. I think the pressure and
She just broke the world record. She laughed at
It's a
Gretchen
different thing to being on pool deck after all that's happened with them. It's going to be a tough meet for her, but Dragon's going to cut sick, and they're not going to be happy. The Brits aren't going to be happy with it. It's going to be nasty. And I think and Wang as well. Like if Wang beats Leon in the 200 IM,
No chance.
oh my goodness, they're going to rip the chairs out of the stadium and throw them in the pool.
Well, there is
Uprising.
one chance, Sonny. There's one chance. But hopefully they didn't bring the guy to cook the food. So that's the only chance I have.
Well, it's funny because right now they're putting all the propaganda out there that's like, oh, we've tested them 200 times in the last 90 days. It's like, yeah, no shit. How about testing them during all those times where we couldn't test, and then you guys all tested positive for the same goddamn drug?
What, like
Oh,
the training
crazy.
camp? The training camp where Zhang broke the world record 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. What about that? What about yeah? Test them then, not when they get to France. I don't know. They could genuinely not win them. Not including relays. Their mixed medley relay will be very dangerous, but I don't think they've got winners. Pan's not a winner, unfortunately, for Pan.
Women's 100 breast?
Oh yeah, she's a lot. Yeah, no, Tang. Yeah, sorry, great call, Brett. Tang.
Yeah,
Tang will
she's
get a
good.
gold medal. Yeah, Tang.
What about
Yeah.
Ruta?
Yeah, I don't know about a gold medal, but she's gonna be there.
I would love
She's good.
Ruta to win. I've seen Lithuania for the last week. We've been on the same camp in Naples, and I don't know. It's hard to really tell you anything because
How's she look?
Ruta.
You see
She's
her?
in the gym. She does a few little splashing around. She's a sprinter, you see. She looks physically great, but I think she's had some injuries. But physically looks great, and I didn't really see much of she didn't really play around doing any fast stuff. She's on like deep taper now. You know, Brett, what sprinters do. She's a powerful athlete. She's a winner as well.
You can't say she's had injuries and then she looks physically great. So those
does.
two don't match up.
Oh,
She's
shit.
had injuries. She can't be
Well,
physically
I
great.
was thinking she looks physically great, and people tell me she's had injuries, and I'm like, well, she looks physically great.
Oh,
We had John Rudd on, and he said that she was the most athletic female he's ever coached in his career.
I don't. Yeah, I would not disagree with that. She is like.
That's why I think she's the best line. The best betting line on FanDuel's is her. She's like plus 1,600 or something. Dude, that's a good bet. $100 for $1,600. She was seated second. She went 104 like 8 months ago or something.
Olympic champion from 2012.
104 is going to win the Olympics. Like,
she's been terrible this year, but like I feel like she's just been like playing games. Like she at Europeans. What did she got at Europeans, Kurt? Did you see her there?
No, she wasn't at Europeans.
Was she not?
No.
Did she race City College?
She just laid low. She went 104 last year.
Like, let's face it. Like, she rocked up to Doha and just wasn't there, and she still won the 50, right, in Doha.
Yeah.
Like, that's a testament to her
right.
natural ability alone over one lap. So she knows what she has to do, and I think the same as what we saw from Popovic last year. You know, came into that Worlds undercooked and then just tried to cut sick and just lost it over the final stages. And from what I saw, got a front row seat to David's show there in Belgrade last month. It's,
She went to City College and went 32.6 a 50 breaststroke.
That was just a warm-up.
Ouch.
Wow, 32.6.
Plus 1,600. Don't sleep
Carrie,
on that.
Carrie
you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you don't know which route is going to turn up to the Olympics.
But probably the winner one. That's what she is. Do you reckon she's just put
a winner, dude?
Do you reckon she just put 100 grand on herself? She went to 32.6, watched the odds drop, and just went.
And then she's just meditating in her lake, in the muddy lake, dude,
with the crystals.
Just the crystals. I love it.
She's a winner.
She is a winner. That's why plus 1,600 is the best bet on FanDuel.
I might go and put some money
on
it. It's
not financial advice.
Oh, come on. Brett, please shut this idiot down. Popovic doesn't win any medals. Oh, Adam,
Sonny's going to pop off.
Oh, Popovic. This guy's a winner as well. He's a winner. Brett, tell us about Popovic. Brett.
Popovic will win the 200 freestyle running away. Look, Matt Richards is a good swimmer and a winner, no doubt about it. And I said this yesterday to somebody. It's a good field. Matt Richards is definitely the silver medalist here, but I think Popovic wins this running away. If not, rubbing right up against the world record. I'm thinking a 141.8 we could see here. I think we see Popovic at his best. Not only is Popovic going to win this thing, I think we see him at his best. 141.8. I'm calling it. Here we go. What's my thoughts on Popovic?
No, okay, enough of that. What about the 100? And this is where it's at. The men's 100. Everyone stops you on the street. Who's going to win? What's going on? It's just before we get deep into it, there's two things I want to touch on. One is Popovic and Pan and the way they raced the 100. We saw Popovic when he broke the world record at Euros 2 years ago. He goes to a 46.86. He's out in a 22.74, back in a 24.12. Pan earlier this year when he broke the world record, the lead off of that relay, 6/100's faster, 46.8. It's the complete opposite. Pan goes out in a 22.2 and comes back in a 24.5. So Pan's out half a second quicker, back half a second slower. And Popovic is the reverse. Out half a second slower, back half a second quicker. Who wins it? Is it whoever goes out quicker or whoever comes back quicker?
We've got some hot takes coming in. I'm just getting excited about all these hot takes. But Riley said, we'll get back to the hot takes. I don't want to leave them behind. Popovic wins 200 free, third in the 100. Now, like, who have we got really in the 100? Because we've not got Dressel. So I think the highest ceiling.
We got in the 100.
I think the highest ceiling is Jack Alexia. I think that's the highest ceiling.
Juliana?
Juliana's a winner. Alexi's got a higher ceiling. Juliana's a winner. Popovic is a winner.
Is this British math?
Cole Chalmers, he's a winner. Pan. Hey, Kerry.
Hi, Kerry.
She's going to work.
See ya.
Someone's going to make money.
Have a great day.
Sugar mama out the door.
I'm here all week, baby.
Go get that money, girl. Yeah.
Here's my call. Cole Chalmers, David Popovic, Chris Giuliano tie for first, with Jack Alexia in fourth and Pan in fifth. Tie first, three-way, 3 winners.
Wow. Tie for third first.
Put the ketones away. All I'm saying is Popovich is a back ender. Pan is a front ender. Chalmers a back ender. Alexi's a front ender. Giuliano's a bit of a mix of both. Grousset's a bit of a, Grousset's a bit of a mix of both as well. Who's it favoured? Does it favour a front ender that goes out hard and tries to hang on? Does it favour the back enders? And then if you're talking about back enders, well, Popovich is the best back ender in the business, surely. And Kyle is right there as well. They're the two best back enders.
Listen, we're losing touch here with the front end and the back end. There's no real front enders anymore. There's no real back enders. They're all a mixture. They're all good, and it's coming down to the balance. It's who can handle the balance. There is going to be speed up front. There has to be speed up front. There is going to be someone close over the top of someone. There's going to be that, but it's going to be the person that manages the balance the best. And this is where I think Popovich again is going to come through. With he's in form. He's the in-form guy right now. I've only seen Pan do this at a relay, the front end of the relay. I don't disagree with Sonny. We might see a world record leading off the relay on day one. We're not going to see that same attack in the final on the 100 freestyle. I think it's going to come down to who balances this thing out the best. Look, Chalmers has just gone to a sprint coach. He's got more top-end speed than ever. We know he can back end this thing. Alexi's proven that he can go out fast and still hang on. It's a balance here. So, look, I just think that I've said Chalmers to win this thing. I've said that all along. And if that doesn't happen, Popovich is going to take the win. So it's between Chalmers and Popovich for the win.
Well, you know what? No one other than Popovich can go sub 24 on that second lap. He's going sub 24. It's going
you don't think Chalmers can? You don't think Pan can?
No, they can't. They can't do it. He's the only one that can, and he's going to break the world
Pan
record.
went like 3:45 in a 400.
No one's going sub 24 except Popovich.
I'm with that.
Sub 24 push.
Yeah,
come on. It's going to happen.
I like it.
It's crazy.
No, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I like it.
What about some of these other hot takes, guys? Well, that's not the one.
No.
Regan Smith, Mr. 200 fly podium. Yes or no, guys? Regan Smith.
No.
Megs, go deep on that. Megs, why?
I think she's going to be a real kind of smoky person in all of these. I think she's going to have the meat of her absolute life.
Smoky eyes. Did you just call her smoky eyes?
Smoky eyes.
What?
I think she's going to go deep in this comp. I think she is going to win the 100 backstroke, get second in the 200, and I think she's going to be close in that 200 fly.
Yeah. Wow. That's some big takes. That is Megs.
Oh. I know, I'm a Kaylee fan. I just think she's reversed she's done some reverse mind something else. But I just think she's back to being at, nearly 100% physically, mentally, I think as well. I think she learned a lot coming into this meet. And I think she's just going to have one of those meets of her life. She's got so much momentum coming in. She looks really good. She's got that world record, but in the 100, she does have that. She's got that added pressure of coming in as a world record holder. Whereas Kaylee doesn't in that 100, but I still think she might just get her in the 100, but she's nowhere near Kaylee, I don't think, in that 200 back.
She's also got the best coach in the world.
Yeah, Kurt, if she wins the 100 back, if she wins the 100 back, does the French coach say, fuck yeah? Tell me.
America, yeah. My biggest takeaway, and Megs hits it on the head, but the biggest takeaway from Reg in 2024 it's a new and improved Reg. This is confidence. She is back. That self-doubt is gone. She believes, and I've said this before, when she believes that she can take it, then the rest of the world is in trouble. And you know it, I know it, Kaylee knows it. If Kaylee's not at her absolute best, Reg is going to come in and she's going to take the 1 and the 2 from her. She's going to take the medley relay. And if her confidence is at an all-time high, she's going to threaten Summer in the 200 fly as well.
I think she's going to be right there in that 200 fly. Right there.
Right.
That haircut looks good.
I like this one. Shane Cassis wins the 200 IM. That's a hot take. Wayne Shunt won 54.6 last year. Leon Marchand, the home favorite. But the most talent, the most potential, the highest ceiling, Shane Cassis. I'd love to see it.
I'd
I
love
liked
to
his
see that
Instagram
too.
post the other day when he went into Paris. Did you see his Instagram post when he entered Paris?
Kanye.
Yeah, playing Kanye. It was classic. It was so good.
I'd love to see him win that 200 IM.
I love this kid. I love him. He's a hoot. Like, but he's like, you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what this guy's gonna produce.
Yeah, but all the pressure's off of him now. All the pressure's off of him. He's fine. Like, he made the team. That was the hardest part.
Yes.
Now he can just swim free like he's supposed to, and he's gonna win. It's gonna be great. The great American train is back in the IM, baby. Taking it back from China.
He might miss the final. He might win the gold medal. You just don't know who's going to turn up.
And what about the reaction from the French coach, who's the Texas coach? Well, the French coach is going, yeah, again when he wins.
I hope so.
Is he on the French team, not on the American team? Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
He's on the French team, yeah. I just really hope he's got some sort of Texas memorabilia on him during this meet. Like, be a hat.
Yeah, we were wearing a Texas hat.
Or just a pair of long horns. Just wearing long horns.
Like a Viking.
Yeah, like a Viking. Like long horns.
What about Marshawn going under 4 minutes? Anyone? Any takers?
I saw that. That's a hot take. There you go.
Yeah, any takers on that?
I said that a year ago. Said that a year ago.
Does it matter? Does it matter?
Yeah, I don't want to get in
matters.
that one because I'll say no and then he'll do it. So
Yeah, that's what happened last time. Last year, Sonny said this was the most overrated. Leon's 400 IM was the most overrated thing, and then he went 4:02.5 and destroyed the world record. And Michael Phelps came out and took pictures with him, and then Bob basically retweeted like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of French things.
Who wins the 200 IM?
That, Sonny?
Just win. Win the 200, win the 400. Mate, we've changed the whole program around just for you. So you better win.
Who wins the 200 IM, though?
So
Hey, who wins the 200 IM? Honestly, who wins the 200 IM? In LA. In LA.
What?
Oh, what?
Didn't Phelps come out and say he's going to win the 200 IM?
He said he could. He didn't say he's gone. He said he could.
No, he said his kid said he couldn't, so he's like, okay, that's done. I'm finished.
He was gonna, but his boy said, "Dad, I want you to be around." He said, "Nah, son, if I'm going to win for you, son, I'd not see you for 4 years." He said, 4 years of training, he could win, no chance.
Phelps just had Michael Andrews' first 150. He could do it.
It's very true.
You're the greatest of all time. Don't go
Michael
there.
Andrew might be back for
you don't
LA.
need to talk this
I hope.
smack.
Yeah.
Oh, just imagine it. LA final, lane 4 Phelps, lane 5 Michael Andrew, head to head. Michael Andrew is 6 seconds ahead with 50 to go. Phelps closes in 23.8, takes it by 0.01.
Who's this? This is the greatest advertisement for a lunatic I've ever seen in my life. Who is this guy in the top right-hand corner?
Oh, greatest haircut of this century.
Ketones, baby.
Ketones.
I saw one more. Here's another one. We're not talking about this guy. Hot take. Lucas Martins wins 3 medals. 2, 4, 3, 2 back. Lucas Martins, the German, guys. What do we think?
Big chance in the free. Big, huge chance.
He could also shit the bed like he did last time.
We are not holding back today.
I got something for that. You ready? Here's our friend Mel Stewart.
He was a very big bed shitting.
Yep, there you go.
Right, night 1, he's a big chance in that 400 freestyle. Big chance.
Did we get under 340? That's what I'm talking about. Are we getting under 340?
That's a good question. I think Elijah Winnington's going to win this year. I think it's redemption time for him. He's been like the hot dude for like going into the last Olympics. Now he won Aussie trial. Sam Short had the shits. Now we're back. Now he's back. He's got Dean Boxall behind him. He was supposed to do what Titmus did and roll over everybody, and I think he's got a good chance this year. Unless some Tunisian kid comes out of lane 8, that's like
didn't he have Boxall behind him in Tokyo though?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good though. Actually, if you go back to the interview that was like 3 hours with Brett, Dean, I think he was like, I forget what he was saying about Elijah, but he was like, that was me.
Yeah, he goes, Elijah, I failed you.
I failed you. Yeah, that's what he said.
You, Elijah.
Yeah.
That's on me.
That's on me.
That
And so-
interview, wow, it's great.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, we've got part 2 coming up in about a month from
60
now.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't wait. The box show.
We saw
We're gonna
what
take
Cuzzy-
bets on over under how many P breaks Dean's gonna take this time.
This is I love this. Jonesy, you're on it here. Siobhan wins Hong Kong first gold in 100. There we go. That will make this meet perfect.
Yeah. Sonny.
agree with everything Sonny says, and it's perfect.
Go back to that. I like that. Let's start from scratch here. Tidmus beats Ledecky in the 8. That's
Right.
good. Molly
I think
beats
she can,
Tidmus in the 2.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Okay. Siobhan wins gold in the 100. That would be epic. And then
No,
Manadoo wins the 50.
Manadoo.
I think this is
No.
a good parlay bet right here.
That would be insane. Yeah.
they get worse as they go.
No, Manadoo could win the 50 at home.
Yeah,
You don't think
sure.
Manadoo's going to win the 50 at home?
Manadoo's great, but the pressure, he's carrying the flag. It's a big responsibility at home.
What?
And
Pressure?
Manadoo eats
This guy's
pressure.
done this 100 times. He's
Dude,
been
I'm
in
not
this
saying that. I'm
Olympics.
just saying
Manadoo-
it's just another level of expectation.
I don't
It's
think
a-
he's got any pressure.
Manadoo
I think
without
he is
pressure,
swimming
he does,
freely.
and he loves it. Manadoo without pressure is a nobody. Manadoo with pressure is one of the best. Manadoo's the guy that steps up out of nowhere, and he has been nowhere for 3 years. He went a PB in the 100 freestyle this year because he feels the pressure of his relay team. This guy is going to be good. Do not write off Florent Manadoo. He's
He's got a great record. He's got a great Olympic record.
Look at him.
Dude,
Delicious.
Tell me that guy's
You're not in the
Delicious.
chat for all the
Look at him.
gorillas. You're not in the chat for all the gorillas, bro. For all my gorillas. Get out.
Gay.
Uh,
He'd turn you gay, wouldn't he? I give one thing to
what is
Flo, and
happening?
Brett would agree.
that
Brett would agree with this. He's reinvented himself. He's the biggest guy in swimming, and he knew that he could not maintain that speed at that weight. He had to shred up, but maintain his strength, and he's done that to an absolute T. And he is power to weight ratio. He's dialed in, and that's why he's a chance at getting on the podium again.
Getting on the podium is a chance of winning this thing.
Oh, that's a stretch.
No, it's not, because he got first, second, and second. That's not a stretch at all. He's
No.
in form. So what are we stretching here?
I agree.
So you think you all think you all think he'll be on the podium?
Yeah.
I think he
do.
could win
In the
it.
50.
I think Manadoo
You
could
think he
win
could
it.
win?
He's walking out in
Why not?
a room full of his people. He could win this thing.
Why not?
He's a major player. Well, yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you a cool stat. He's
What
older than
stats?
Magnussen.
Is he older than when Anthony Irvin won the Olympic gold in
No.
Rio?
No, he's
No,
not 35.
No.
No. So why can't he win?
Mm. Boom.
It'd be
They're just faster. They're faster. That's why.
It's the same.
No, they're not. They're like 21-2 right now, aren't they?
McAvoy's not faster.
Who's
21-2.
beating him? Kurt, who's beating him? Tell me who's
Well,
beating him.
McAvoy's beating him.
Okay.
Alexi.
All right.
Alexi
Alexi's not even qualified, you
Oh, he's
moron!
not.
God, Kurt, making content. Jesus, Kurt!
Fail.
Wow.
Dressel, I meant. Dressel.
Dressel.
Jesus.
Dressel.
keep
Yeah,
them
Dressel.
up.
Look, any one of those guys could win it. Yes, there's 4 guys that can win it. There's 4. There's Proud,
Proud.
Dressel, Manadoo, and our boy
These
Cam.
comments. These comments, beautiful. Caleb just called Nate and said, "Stop writing me off."
In what?
The 50.
The 53.
Did I write him off?
Petey is not bigger than Flo. Just to clarify,
No.
Petey is not bigger than Flo. There's actually Petey is a big man. Flo is
Flo's
a big
taller.
gorilla.
He's a
Petey's
gorilla.
short. Yeah,
Taller.
Petey's a short man. He's a short man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete is like 4 inches, maybe 5 inches shorter than Flo.
And also, you got to be reminded, Petey's a breaststroker. Doesn't count. Moving on.
That's a good return.
Speaking of Dressel,
Good
100
return.
fly. And now talking about, mate, the cavalry have arrived. Everyone wants a piece of this 100 fly. Making the final is going to be a mission in itself, but they're all lining up, and they're all a chance.
No one said he's short. We just said he's shorter than Florent, who's 6'6". You professional drowner.
I
if I
reckon
can handle
Sonny
this,
should have
Sonny.
another keto.
Sonny, have another ketone,
It
mate.
says
Get
on
it
the
into
box,
you.
it says but keep pumping them through the day. It says keep pumping them. It says just when you feel low, take another one. I might go get another one in a minute.
Jeez, what's in these
100
things?
fly. Okay, Sonny, tell me your 100 fly. Give me a 100 fly breakdown for men.
Yeah, it's a good race. It's the most excited I am for a men's race. Okay, Ben, put Ben on
Ben,
timeout.
He's just
jeez,
messing with
far
you now.
out.
Ben's
48
hot
free.
right now. Ben
I-
is
Yeah,
hot
it's
right now.
free.
I think, look, if I want to make an not an outrageous, but a call I'd like to see. I mean, Dressel's going to win it, but I'd like to see, and I believe Noe could win it.
Noe Ponte.
Yeah, bronze to gold.
But
Yeah.
Dressel's going to win. Dressel's going to win. I've said this before. The podium is
I
going to
thought
be
you
the
said
same as
Temple
last
was going to
time.
win.
It's going to be Dressel, Milak, Ponte. It'll be exactly the same as Tokyo.
What about Josh Leendo?
Yeah.
What about him? Fourth.
He's really good, dude. He's going under 50, bro. He's
Yeah.
gonna whip the little Swiss
Leander.
boy's ass. That little boy is this big, dude. You think Josh Leando's gonna lose to that guy? No.
So you take
No.
people that are just American. He's like North American, Canadian. Is it all the same for you now?
Yeah,
or
he's
like
Canadian,
what?
mate.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
Floridian.
number one. Of course.
Dressel wins. Yeah, Dressel wins by a long way.
Well,
I'm
whoa,
sorry,
whoa,
Logan.
whoa.
Yeah,
Logan,
long
but
way.
third place is just not even a thing, and it's Holman is
I
not
love
getting
it.
anywhere near third place.
Oh,
Leave him alone. He's got a lisp.
Oh my god. Women's 100 fly. Women's 100 fly.
Sorry, did we see David Smith's bet? He has won. I think everything in this can happen except Martins is not winning the 2-3. If he took Martins out,
yeah,
on the
nah.
2-3,
Yeah,
I don't
like-
think he's win the
Yeah.
four.
he ruined
Son
it.
Huskers
could
a
win the
good-
100.
yeah, Huskers a
Summer
chance.
could win the 4. Root of the breast. Husk could win the 100 fly. Like everything
Martin's
here.
200.
You got to beat
Yeah,
the Purple Dragon.
Martin's 200 is the only thing. David, if you took Martin's 200 free out, I think there's a chance you could win this bet.
Silly bet. Yeah.
Martin's
Silly
is
bet.
the only one that on the 2. He could win the 4, just not the 2.
Mm.
Women's 100 fly. Yes,
Yeah,
Kurt.
women's
tell me
100
about
fly.
it.
So sorry, Gretchen comes in as world record holder. Hot as, but Husk is just nasty as well. Yafei, McNeil's last hurrah before she becomes a lawyer. What do you got? Oh, McKeon as well.
Is McKeon in it?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, she's in it.
Well, it's her last
Ain't
individual appearance for her career.
I don't think McKean can get on the podium. I'd like to see Gretchen Walsh. I think she's going to go another world record. She's going to better it. She's going to win it. Going to say McNeil's going to be right there, though. I reckon she's going to get silver.
You're talking about the two best underwaters in women's swimming, in Walsh and McNeil.
Yeah, true.
And some weird arm elbows going on there, too.
Well, that's triple jointed elbows that we'll see a lot in that freestyle now that she takes Douglas's spot in the 100 free as well. We can talk about that.
Douglas
McKean
spot,
to miss the
100.
final.
Mm.
Stop.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. What about Sostrom in the 100 free? Does she win that?
Oh, she's swimming it.
Yeah, 100 free.
She is going to swim it.
Mhm.
Yeah. She always was. I don't know where. Like, I think everyone kept saying she's not going to swim it, but I must have spoke to her at Doha because I've known she's going to swim it, so she must have said it at Doha, where she's not said it publicly. I don't know. Why would she not? She went 52.2 last year, reading off the relay.
That's what'll do to you.
P-Tone's
That's
got your
speed
tongue.
tones, baby.
That's what-
Make them speak backwards.
I don't
You
think
are.
anyone's
This is becoming
beating
Willy
Molly
Wonka.
in that 100.
You don't think anyone beats Molly in the 100?
No.
Yeah, she
Battle
won.
between Siobhan's right there. I think she's going to get second
Gold.
with Shayna Jack.
Oh, Shayna's not freaking a winner. Siobhan's a winner. Molly's a winner. To be fair as well.
I would really like to see Siobhan get up, but I think Molly is going to tackle everyone in this 100 freestyle.
I think Shayna wins it, sits on the lane line, and does a double flex.
Shayna hasn't got any attribute that could cause her to win the race, unfortunately, to Shayna. But Siobhan, I think the lane draw is going to play into a factor. Siobhan will turn first, and Molly will have Siobhan will have the fastest first 50. Molly will have the fastest second 50, and it's actually who adds up to the fastest time will win the race.
Does Sonny think there's no one listening to this? There's actually 376 people live right now listening to this.
Let me tell you about Molly as well. Like, she is on a revenge mission. And the quote that most people have missed was when she qualified for the team and they interviewed her about the relay, and she still carries that chip on her shoulder from 3 years ago about how they left her out of the final of the 4x1, the 4x2 relays. And you wonder why everyone talks about what motivates you. Oh, I get inspired by seeing this. I get inspired. You know what is a huge motivator? Revenge. Revenge is one of the best motivators there is. Why do you think John Wick is one of the highest rating movies of all time? It's just revenge. They killed his dog. He was going to kill all of you. If you look on Molly's Wikipedia page, it says she's got 2 gold and a silver or bronze, 2 gold and a bronze. In her mind, she's got nothing. She hasn't swum an Olympic final, and she wants to take revenge on everyone. And that's gold in the 1, gold in the 2, gold in the 4x1, gold in the 4x2. Throw in some relays as well, and it could be anything.
What about Taken, Liam Neeson?
Great movie.
Great movie.
I will find you.
Mate, I'm seeing some outrageous comments regarding the 200 breasts. Xavier just said 205.3 for the 200 breast, and that's obviously Stublety, Cook. And then earlier I saw another even more outrageous.
I like that.
prediction.
I don't think that's that outrageous.
No, the one I saw earlier, someone said 204. That's seriously
It's
outrageous.
Has there been a more bigger swimmer that a defending Olympic champion that people have slept on than Zach? He has just come into this just cruising into under the cover of darkness as a defending Olympic champion with Dragon on the wonton soup coming in, and also you get Leon coming in as well as in Paris. So you get Tom coming in as a defending champion with no pressure on him whatsoever. He's a forgotten soul, and what a perfect place to be to get back and defend an Olympic title.
Tell me about this soup, Kurt. What does this soup do?
How do you know it was in the soup and not the noodles?
It's the first thing that came to mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
He isn't eating the contaminated food.
Yeah, not as fast about the soup, eh? No.
Yeah, it could have been the soup, you know.
Are we,
Women's 2IM.
Oof.
Kaylee.
That's the race of the century.
No,
that is the race of the century. Summer, Kaylee.
Kate Douglas, Alex Walsh. What's going on with y'all?
But I've heard rumors. I heard rumors coming out of the US. This is the biggest rumor of all. This is huge.
Go on.
Douglas is swimming breaststroke the house down. She has a breaststroke leg that the universe has never seen before. Her breaststroke leg in this 200 IM will be so good. And we know what a phenomenal freestyler is as well. If they don't have half a pool length on her going into that breaststroke leg, it's over. And you better double that up in the 200 breaststroke as well, because from all reports, what she can do, what she's been doing in training, is going to see her come out in that 200 breast. I wouldn't be surprised to see if she drops a world record and takes the gold in that 200 breaststroke as well.
We watched her in prelims go 219 with like 7 strokes. She was just cruising. So I think you're right, Kurt. I think she's going to crush people in that 2 breast, especially since
I think both 200 IM, 200 breast, Douglas double. She has all the makings of a future Hall of Famer, and this is where champions are made.
Didn't you say someone was going to win 4 gold?
I said it's a possibility, but I think what like Meg said, the confidence. Could you imagine the confidence that Summer brings from a victory on that night 1 400 freestyle? The implications that has. Then we just don't know her ceiling. She's 17 years of age. Who knows how far she can take it? If not here, then LA and beyond. But it comes down to a confidence game as well. If she's up that high and knows she's taken down Ledecky and Arnie on night 1, everyone's had one of those dream meets or dream sporting occasions where everything's just clicked together. It might be flexing before you finish the race, and it's different for different people. But when you're on song and it all slots in together, then
so Kate Douglas or Summer McIntosh 200 IM, who wins it?
Kate Douglas.
I would say if Summer wins the 400 on night 1, then Summer wins the 200 IM. If Summer doesn't win the 400 on night 1, I think Douglas wins it.
Really? Wow. Arnie's winning the 400 free. Like, that's a given. That's gone. That's gone, girl.
I don't know what Olympic gold medal is given.
Arnie's in form, mate. She's in form.
It's not like you're not coming up against you're not coming up against some homeless people. You're coming up against the former
Dean
world
Boxall.
record holder
Yeah.
and the greatest female swimmer of all time. This is craziness. A 400 freestyle it's a tough race. You've got to nail the time.
Hang on, who said she was the greatest female swimmer of all time?
Ledecky's not the greatest female swimmer of all time?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
The
I'll
greatest
give you a history lesson,
freestyle
Brett.
swimmer of
She
all time.
races against
Individual
7 people.
Olympic gold medals.
7 people.
Phelps has 13. Ledecky has 6.
She
Egazeki
races
has
7
5,
people in the 800
and
the
everyone
1500.
else-
There's 7 people in it.
Hey,
She's not the greatest of all time. Sarah Sostrom and people like that are racing hundreds of people.
Yeah,
Ledecky's
Sarah's
racing
great.
6 or 7 people in the 1500. No one even shows up. Who cares? No, you're not
Sarah's
even
great.
watching it.
that's not
Why
her
is she the
fault.
greatest swimmer of all time? How is this
Because she's
possible?
won 6 individual Olympic gold medals.
But there was no one in it. There was like 7 people showed up. There was a spare lane on the other side. Lane 1 didn't even turn
That
up.
is not her fault if no one
Disrespect.
turns up.
The disrespect is
Yeah.
insane.
She's not the greatest swimmer of all time.
If she wins the 800,
If she was a
becomes the
sprinter, she
first
might be, but
woman
she's
in
not a
history to win
sprinter.
4
Biased.
consecutive Olympic gold
There's
medals.
28 heats of the 50 freestyle, and she's in 2 heats of the 1500.
Yeah, there's
she's not the
28
greatest
heats,
swimmer of all time.
and 26 of them shouldn't even be there.
Oh my god, she's not the greatest swimmer of all time. She's won the most medals of all time.
She's the
She's
greatest
not the
female
greatest-
swimmer of all time.
No,
Greatest
no
female
way.
swimmer of all time.
No way.
Way.
No.
They're facts. Facts.
Cereal, right? They wear red berries.
Oh,
I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
What's that?
Don't disrespect, son.
100%. 100%. The facts are there. And
They're not
Ledecky goes up
facts.
another notch as well. Let's say Ledecky wins the 800. We'll just spitballing here. Maybe Arnie gets and if Arnie does, then we've got some serious complications that go into that as well. But if she does, she becomes the first woman in history to win 4 consecutive Olympic medals in the same event, 800 freestyle, 12, 16, 20, 24.
7
That's
people
why this
swimming.
is such a big deal. If Titmus can beat her in that,
Oh, it'd be
step
huge.
method,
It'd be huge. It'd be. And I said to you guys, I haven't thought about it. I can't think about it. I can't because my brain can't compute what that means in the context of these. But you're talking about Hall of Famers, and this is why I was prefacing this race and why it's the race of the century. Ledecky's the greatest female swimmer of all time right now. Arnie wants a shot at her again. She defeated her, 3 years ago. Those 3 could all be the greatest female swimmer in history when their
If
careers
you
are
can't
over.
sprint, you're not the greatest in history. If you can't swim fast, you're not the greatest in history. Now she can swim fast for a long period of time, but she can't beat Sarah Sostrom in anything. You're not the greatest. You're not the greatest.
200. She won a 200 freestyle Olympic gold medal.
She can't
she
beat
did,
Sarah
she did.
Sostrom.
So who is the
The
who is
200
the
free
greatest
gold?
female swimmer of
The
all
200
time?
free
Oh,
gold's
this will be
good. Yeah,
This will be good.
she beat Sarah in that race, didn't she? Sarah got silver and Katie got gold. Yeah.
She won the 200 free. Okay, I'll give her that one swim. She had one good swim.
God,
She
you
had a
made
good
some
swim.
big kerfuffles earlier, but that was a real big play. That was a big play.
That was a big play. Yeah, she won that one. Okay, she had a
Yeah,
good swim
good
that
on
year.
Katie.
Yeah, good swim. Why isn't she still doing it?
Oh my god! Why she doesn't have to? She knows. She
Well, the
knows.
IOC gave her the 1500, so now
Exactly.
she's
Mm.
just going up.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not
that's
going
right.
down. It's going up.
She only has to beat 5 people instead of 35.
That was kind of a freebie. It was a little bit of a freebie for her when they were like, "Yeah,
Well, you know
1500."
what, Brett, and I'll give you kudos to Sarah, and I love her to death, and her career and her longevity and everything. She's the greatest female sprinter we've ever seen. Greatest female sprinter in the history of the sport, and that will be her when her career is over, regardless of what happens here in Paris. She'll win the 50 by it might be the biggest winning margin in the history of 50s for the women's race anyway. But yeah, she's the greatest sprint freestyler we've ever seen for the women, and that's
Well, let's have a swim off then. We'll have a swim off at the end of the meet to see who the greatest female swimmer of all time is. Let's do it.
I really like swimming. I watch them all. I watch all the races, but the women's 1500 is the most pointless event, and it's the only one I don't care about. It's like every other event, I love it. I'm excited for the women's 8. Can Arnie beat Ledecky? And I think the fact that we're even saying that, like even now, late on in her career, we're still saying Arnie, who's at her peak, if we're saying if she can beat Ledecky, it would be amazing. That's how good Ledecky is. So fair play. But the women's 1500 is a pointless event. I have zero interest in it. There is it's actually like a joke. You know, no other woman except Ledecky has ever even been slightly competitive at it, which is a real shame.
Yeah,
No, see, Mark
good
as well,
point.
yeah, and 100% Sonny there. But Mark, this is why we go to individual. This is forget about the relays. If you're American, Australian, blah 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 blah. Just go to Michael Phelps has 300 gold medals. Forget it. Michael Phelps has 13 individual Olympic gold medals. He could race for any country he wanted. He's still getting 13 of them. Katie's still getting 6, and Egazeki's getting 5. And Egazeki should have 6 anyway because I think Otto beat her in the 100 back in '88. Like I said before. Juiced up to the eyeballs. So they're your best 3 of all time. And then now you've got the challenges to come through. You know, Arnie is probably that next gen. If Kaylee can do a double, you know, and Arnie's got some history against her as well. Obviously, like I said, trying to be the first female Australian since Dawn to win, to defend a title. And then what about in the 200 where she comes up against her training mate in Molly? No one, no woman, no man, no one in the history of swimming has ever defended an Olympic 200 freestyle title in the history of the sport. What a crazy stat.
It's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Spicy.
All right, on to the men's 1500.
Well, what do you reckon about South Korea? 2 medals, eh?
2 gold. 2 gold medals.
2
Zoom in.
Gold.
Gold, maybe not, but medals, hell yeah, medals.
What golds do you reckon we're going to get? KKH.
Yeah, what are the medals? What are the golds? What
Tell us,
golds?
KKH. We're interested in the Koreans.
Surely it's not
Well,
200
it's going to be
free.
some, going to be some 400 there.
I don't think Hwang can
2-4.
get. Sun Woo Hwang ain't winning a gold, but Woo Koo Min, Kim Woo Min.
Zoom woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give him the Ric Flair. Woo!
Is that?
Dan Whiffen.
No.
Dan Whiffen? New world record?
I don't think he's getting a new WR.
Do you think the world record's going down, though, in that event?
Something's going
No.
down because this 1500 is going to be epic. What about the field? Whiffen, world champ. Fink, Olympic champ. Paltrineri, Olympic champ, comes back. What about Cuzzy Bro out of Turkey? This kid, he's dropped 100. He's dropped to 30 seconds in 12 months. You know, he was outstanding at the European Championships, and you know, just absolutely gave it to Ramunchuk right there in Belgrade, and then he backs it up in Lithuania, and then drops that time at European Champ. What 14:41?
14:41.
Like just misses Perkins's world record that he set back in '94, whatever.
16
what 14
years old.
Yeah, 17 years old, 14th, 15th fastest time in history, 4th fastest time of the season. If he drops again, this kid, no one knows what this kid's ceiling is. Everyone's looking behind their back. He's coming. Whether he comes, whether he arrives now, it's too early.
4 years too early, yeah. But is it Cuzzy or Koozie?
I call him Cuzzy Bro.
Cuzzy, because he's where was
Cuzzy,
he?
bro. Oh yeah, okay.
Wellbrook, Short, Martins.
I think you're going to have to go 14:41 just to make it back.
Hmm.
There's gonna be there's a lot of guys that are looking to break 14:30 or at least the world record in 14:31. Fink was amazing at Olympic trials. That dude was chilling. Haha, no chance. Brits 4x2.
So the Brits have no chance? Is that what he's saying?
No, he's saying that Daniel Chung said the Korea are going to get the 4x2 gold, and Jonesy's just clarifying to Daniel. He's saying, Daniel, we're winning it.
He needs a comma in there. Put a comma in there.
I think there's 2 locks in this whole meet. Women's 4am, women's 4am,
America,
and 4x2. They're the 2 locks. And
there's 3 locks.
Women's 4x1, yeah, and women's 4x2 probably.
Yeah,
4 locks.
women's 4x1, women's 4x2, men's 4x2.
Yeah, 4 locks.
Men's 400 IM.
Women's
400 free.
No, women's 400 free is not a lock. Shut up, Megs. 400 free a lock. The 4th fastest of all time, and there's no lock.
and then Sostrom coming out as the greatest swimmer of all time. That's a lock.
That's a lock.
Oh, so, well, yeah, actually, Sostrom in the 50 freestyle is pretty much a lock.
Yeah, a lock.
Still not a lot.
Oh,
It's still the
Pretty
53.
this is way too
The
fun.
53 is like, it's just like a roll of the dice. It's not really.
Oh
that
yeah,
skill
it's a
or talent.
crapshoot. Yeah,
It's
yeah, a
just
little
like a
crapshoot.
crapshoot. They all dive in.
Yeah.
They all touch the wall.
Yeah,
No skill. Nothing.
yeah, a little crapshoot. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Classic. Okay.
Clay, who is a lock in the men's two back? Please tell me who is a lock. Who are you thinking is a lock?
Ryan Murphy, baby.
can't be
Murphy.
Kendall.
Murph dog.
Murph dog.
Murph's a lock.
Murph's a lock. I'd like.
Is it
Murph
a farewell tour for Murph?
No, I don't think so.
I think
Maybe.
so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
could
say
be.
yes.
I think this is it. I think if anything, you know what he does? He joins the sprint revolution after this and starts swimming 50 backs on the circuit.
You know, I think there's a lot of people that are like legitimately going to do that. I was listening to
Thank
Bull
you.
Boys podcast,
Thank
my boy
you.
Steve with Bob Ballard and Katie and they're like, "Oh, this is good. This is Ben Proud's last Olympics." I'm like, "What?
No, it's
This
not.
this guy's
No,
could go
no.
forever. Like he's just swimming the 50.
Yeah, no,
like,
he's going for a long time.
He could go
Yeah,
forever."
100%.
So
Same
many
with
of these
McAvoy as well. McAvoy feels
Cam
like
could
he's got
go
more to give.
2032.
And I think what Irvin has done as well. He busted down the door there in Rio and showed what can be done, what's possible. And I think they can stretch it out. And every year that goes by, that longevity, the training, the racing, they're doing it smarter, not harder, and it's going to keep them in there.
And once they add the 50s a stroke for Paris, it's going to be like open
LA.
up the floodgates. Sorry, LA. It's going to be like this huge thing where all these people, especially like someone like Michael Andrew, you're going to be able to race multiple 50s and try to go get a gold medal. It's going to be great. So many people are going to be able to, like Murph, going to be able to go, okay, I'm going to scale back. I'm now of the 200. Now I'm going to focus on the 50, the 100, the relays, that sort of thing. And it's
No.
going to be great. It's going to be great for the sport. I really believe it.
Here's what's going to happen too. The sprints are going to be electric here. Everyone's going to want to be a sprinter after this. Sprint revolution's going to take hold after this Olympics. It's going to explode. No one's going to watch the 1500, and the sprints are going to be it. Okay,
I love the 1500.
No, the women's. He means the women's.
Well, women's 1500, men's 800. Com sa. Like,
No, men's 800 is going to be great. Women's 1500.
yeah,
is
but
great.
sure, it'll be good, but it's not necessary. It's not needed.
No, I agree. It's not necessary, but it's still
And the
gonna be a good
mixed
race.
4x100
Yeah,
medley
1500
men's
is good, though.
breaststroke relay is not needed either.
I don't think we need to take away races. I think we just
Well,
add.
they just added the wrong races is what happened a few years
Yeah.
ago. They just added the wrong races. They added like, hey, Sun Yang, this is what happened. Hey, Sun Yang, you're so great. We love you. We're going to give you another event. Hey, Katie Ledecky, we love you. We want people to dominate in our sport. That's all we care about. That's the best thing for the sport. We're going to give you an event too. You know, that's what happened. And it's like, all right, you all just gave us a 15-minute event. Give us a 15-minute event. You think people want to watch something for 15 minutes? No.
Let's
They're
give
not.
Adam Peaty an event. Give him the 50 breasts.
I can fix
Yeah,
this.
see him the 50
I can fix
breaststroke
this.
did.
We
He
can
will,
get
he will not retire anymore if he
No.
can come to America in 2028 and swim the 50 breaststroke.
Yeah.
We bring in, if you bring into the open water, look at the sprint revolution. We're talking about open water. I love it. We bring in that 4x1500 relay to open water. And I know that sounds like a long, but it is a fun event. They do it at Worlds. It works.
Dude,
Get
it's
rid
the
of the-
worst. Open water might be the worst viewable sport in the world.
I
Like,
get what you're saying,
that's
Nate, but
what's the
bring in the
biggest
when you
poo-poo
got
on
the
it.
drone, like when you've got the drones
Oh, you got the
hovering, when you're
drone.
getting close, it's getting better. It's getting better. I'm telling you. I'm
I
like,
hope
it-
you're
you
right
can get
because
fun
what
to-
I heard is that the IOC is going to get rid of open water swimming and then they're going to add the 50s of stroke. That's the rumor. That's what I heard. I'm just
No,
I
letting y'all
can't
they
know.
get
wait
rid
till
of the
they- I can't wait till
1500
they
for women.
swimming
They get
down
rid of the 800 for
Seine.
men. They bring in the
They're
4x1500
swimming down the
open water.
sign and they swim through a pile of shit. That's what I can't wait for the drone to see. That's
Yeah.
gonna be epic.
I mean,
That'll be. Get
think
that
of
on the
how
drone.
much bad PR they've had to deal with because of one little event, you know, in a sea of events. It's like good for swimming and bad for swimming that it's so convoluted because there's like 28 events or whatever.
Nobody on earth is watching. and now
Oh, I don't know about that. You go back and watch it. Oh, you're not going to watch it, are you? Because you don't like it.
No one. Kurt,
No one on earth.
1500
No one.
is awesome. It's awesome stuff.
No one cares. I don't care. I love
Dude, and
swimming.
I mean, I love open water. I love open water.
But you're not watching it, are you, Nate?
No, probably not. Not a 4x5 mile relay or whatever.
You win open water races, right, Nate?
How about this?
I
Would
just
you
won a
rather
streak
watch?
day,
Would
baby.
you rather
35
watch
minutes.
a women's 1500 in the pool, or you rather watch the 4x1500 in the open water?
Men's 50 breast.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. No, it's going to happen. The sport's got to go. Every sport in the whole world is making changes, massive changes. You got to deal with the culture of human people and technology and stuff. Baseball's got a pitch count. Now there's all these things changing in salary cap for basketball because they don't want things to be unfair. All these things are changing for a reason, and swimming's the same way. We're going to get closer and closer. It's really good for Brett. So, his attention deficit disorder, you only watch the 50. You see he's already checked out.
Are you talking about the 1500 still? Oh,
No.
I was taking a
Oh,
break.
yeah, speaking of, Sonny, have you bought your tickets to the breakdancing yet? Have you got your breakdancing tickets?
I don't care about other sports. Nate,
Breakdancing isn't a sport; it's an art form.
Nate, tell me about Chris Giuliano's medal chances in each event. You're American, you know Chris.
The second coming of Matt Biondi. In the 50 freestyle, it's gonna be tough because he's just like a few tenths away from the top end guys. Like if you're not going 21-3, you're not gonna medal. The 100 freestyle is like his best opportunity because in the final you might go 47-0 and win, and he can go 47-0 and he could win, I think he's going to crush on relays. It's going to be a huge part of American relays. And then in the 200 freestyle, other than Popovich, it's, it's not wide open, but he's, if you go 144, you're probably going to be on the podium. So yeah, he's a big guy. He's got a great kick. He can go out and come back. He's not scared. He made the freaking American team in 3 events. That's unbelievable. Now he's being on training camps. This is his first Olympic. Actually, now that you're getting me pumped up about him, this could be the guy.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what this kid, what his ceiling is. That's the scary part. Like he's got more. I think we all know that he's got more to give, right?
I think his best chance is in the 100.
Me and Brad actually got a steak and shake with him on the last night of Olympic trials.
Yeah, I saw that. You did interview him for like
Steak
20
and shake.
seconds.
Megs, Australian. Talk about Cam 53. Motu wants to know.
Cammy, I think Cammy's got an absolute red hot shot in that 53. We know how fast he can be. I think it's going to come. There's probably 3 or 4 of them that could probably all win it. I think on the day, who's pretty much dealing with pressure the best and who's had a good meet if they can carry through that confidence. But the only thing with Cam is maybe with Ben Proud as well, that's their only event. So they've had no kind of, Caleb Dressel swimming the 100 fly as well and some relays. So a few of them are swimming before that 50. I think, does that have anything to do with it? I'm not too sure about 50. It's too much, but I think you don't really know where they are. You don't really know where they are unless they come in, they're straight on the 50. I'd like to see Cam get up. Absolutely. I think he can, but I think there's maybe three other guys as well. So
does anyone get under 21?
No.
Yeah, I reckon he can. I reckon he can.
20.7's a stupid
20.7 is
Logan.
Damn,
Stupid Logan.
fast.
Logan, what are you
What
doing,
if I get under
Logan?
21 to semi? And Brett said it before. It's really hard to go in finals, but Sarah proved
Yeah,
that.
maybe a semi.
Well, but a semi is always a chance.
I feel like
Meg.
finals might be a little bit slower in that 1500, but could be wrong.
Megs, I see this lovely Olympic Australian team top you're wearing from 2012, but I know I've spoke to Ben about it about his time in Tokyo, but he was obviously the 53 men's 53 is right at the end of the meet, and he says it's it's a lot of draining experience being there till the end. What's it like? Have you been on the team with anyone who's had to wait to the end to race, and how do they act and how they deal with that? Is it challenging? Would you say?
Yeah, I think it's definitely. So 2012, I had the 200 back, so I was on day 6 and day 7. So it's really super hard because you're cheering for your teammates and you're going through highs and then you're going to have to come back down, and you got to keep training all the way up. So you're seeing some of your teammates maybe win, break world records, and you're riding those emotions. You're kind of riding that wave with them, and it can either be amazing or it can be kind of really draining for you. So, and it's hard because you want to focus on you, but you also want to focus on your team, making sure, you're cheering for your team, making sure you're getting around your teammates, but you're also going, hey, I've got a job to do, but it's not till day 6, day 7, or day 8. And it can be hard, but I think Cam has proved in that world that he can come in and go late, day 7 and day 8. So he's done it before. So,
I thought that said hives. I thought you had hives.
Thanks, Adam. Great. But it's one of the hardest things, and I think that was the hardest thing, seeing your teammates get up, and some of them are finished before you even start. So some of his teammates, Cam, and whoever else is doing the 50 free, some of your teammates are finished before you even swim your first race at the Olympics. So mentally, you have to be really switched on, and kind of just not go too emotional up and down. Olympics, like we all know, is crazy emotional, and really quite tiring. So it's tough, and it can be amazing, or it can be a shit show.
You gotta just do what they tell you to do, right? Like this poor 32-year-old guy is gonna be told what to do. Like, you gotta get on this bus, you gotta eat over here, you gotta get back on this bus.
No one tells Cam what to do, and this is why he's going to win. He's going to win because he's the first Australian male ever to make 4 Olympic Games. There is nothing that this dude hasn't been through. He's been to Olympic Games as going in as the favorite. He's missed out in the 100. He went through all the relay dramas as well. He's been there. He's seen it all. He's done it all. There's nothing that's going to phase this dude. The only person that can beat McAvoy is McAvoy. If he's fine in his head, then he's going to take the gold.
Yeah.
I love it.
And that is true, because I think we've seen him go fast in the morning, slower in the semi, and then slower in the final. And I think that's, like you said, Kurt, that's him. That's him and his own mind racing himself. So I'd like to see him kind of build it through. I don't want to see him pop off a 21-0 in the heat. So I want him to be able to do it in the final.
Yep. Nice.
100%.
Nice. It's going to be a cracking race. But, yeah, we've got to wait till day 7 to get there. So we've got a bit of time.
Josh Leando stepped aside.
Sorry. That was Ken.
I thought you were going to show us the whole thing. Damn.
Yeah, well, it's like
I'll put it on my Instagram later.
Yeah,
you see the NBC? This is talk about this NBC coverage as well that's coming up for you guys, and it's so one-sided, it's ridiculous. But you see that commentary from NBC from Fukuoka last year when McAvoy wins by, I think, the biggest margin in World Championship history in the 50. I don't know
what you're talking about.
It doesn't say Cam's name. It's as soon as Cam wins, it's like, Alexi's got the silver. Dude, this is the one thing.
Not biased at all.
The one thing that just kills me about NBC coverage, and all the US people there can see it as well. If you watch the NBC coverage for track and field, they don't care. Whoever wins. If Usain Bolt wins for Jamaica, they go on about Jamaica. Like, but why is it so biased in the pool with the US? If Arnie wins, give Arnie a credit. If Ledecky wins, give Ledecky a credit. Stop just upping it, lessening the victories of non-Americans, and then
more
when
cowbell.
Win, it's amazing. Like,
hang on, don't they change the time of when the Olympics are on based on NBC?
Yes.
Well, they pay
because of the American audience, guys. Because we're number one.
There's bias everywhere. There's bias everywhere.
I had to do that in Beijing.
You're not changing it for Channel 9.
Dude, if you want to listen to your Australian
Thanks,
people, listen to
NBC.
yourself.
I'm just saying, every other coverage, if you listen to the host broadcast, you listen to the Australian. I promise you, if Ledecky wins the 400, the Australian broadcast is going to give her raps and say that she's the greatest swimmer of all time.
Well, I can promise
if
you that's
Arnie
not
wins
gonna happen,
the 400,
okay.
they're probably like, and Katie got 4th. Oh my God, what an incredible performance. Like, come on,
She's
Dan.
the greatest of all time.
Dan, if you're watching, so, mate, just call it as you see it. Just call the races, man. Like, and please, just put the gold medalist first. We don't care about total medals.
We
Gold
put
medals
America
first.
first here, Kurt.
Rowdy will be getting pretty rowdy too.
All right, that's a good point, Kurt. All right, let's go around the room. Who wins the most gold medals on the swimming side in this competition? Let's take out diving. Let's take out water polo, all the other sports, open water, relays that are going on in the scene. Let's just who wins the pool gold medal tally? Tell us.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
Shit, Brittany.
I'll tell you too. I'll just preface this by saying one thing: is that the pressure on the Australian swimming team wins 50% of the Australian total medals at Olympic Games. Like 50% of the gold in Tokyo.
Hang on. I got to do.
50%.
What's the new U.S. president? What's her name?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, you sound like Kamala just then. Hang on. What did you say, Kamala?
I said the Australian swimming team wins half of the entire Australian Olympic team's medals.
Okay, so who's winning the most? He asked you for a
And the
country.
US wins about 25%. I just thought that was a cool stat.
Who wins the most swimming? Gold.
Australia.
America's back. They're
America.
back. They're back on top. Yeah, the cowbells will ring. They'll get there.
America.
It won't
It's gonna be
be
America.
a lot, but they're back.
Cowbell.
Christ, he's got a cowbell.
I've been
And
ready.
don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Australia. And Phelps, you can take note of this as well. Don't be there boasting that your record against beating Australians. Mate, America has 300 million more people than Australia to pick from. Leave me alone. Like
We're not going
Australia,
down this
all
road.
these Americans out there. Here's a history lesson, or here's a bit of geography as well. Australia's population is 7% of the United States. 7%.
Bro, you teach every single person on your island to swim, bro. We teach nobody.
We don't.
7%.
We barely teach anybody here.
And you know what? And we beat Phelps 10% of the time. So all I'm saying is, pound for pound, Australia is the greatest swimming nation in the history of the universe. That's facts. Facts right there.
Maybe the best culture, swimming culture. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Sonny, have another ketone shot.
Yeah, Sonny's crashing.
Sonny's crashing.
The third eye is leaving us. Has anyone got a number for Michael Andrew? He needs another one.
No, he's gone.
Better hydroxybutyrate. He's fueled out.
I've got
He's
3
gone.
crates downstairs. I'm going to go pump one in.
3 crates.
Do they? What do they taste like? Is there flavors or is it just one or what?
It's like really bitter.
Okay.
It's not meant to be tasty, no. You just it's all about the ketones.
Ketones.
Gotcha.
All
All
right.
right. Anything else? Well, this is a wrap. Are we done?
So what are we doing here? When are we going live?
Around the grounds. Or I thought you were predicting medals.
Oh, predicting medals. America. Okay. It's pretty concise. America. Okay. Number 1.
Oh no.
America wins the most
What?
golds. America wins the most golds.
I'm saying Australia by 1.
Woo!
Wow.
Okay. Sonny, who are you thinking?
Have to.
Great Britain wins 1 in the 4x2.
Great
we
Britain, yeah. Great Britain.
Great Britain's not a country, Sonny.
He is so crashed.
Wow.
Great Britain,
Oh,
literally.
gosh.
It's Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It's Team GB. Great Britain. Jabba.
Gibbers.
How many medals is Great Britain going to win?
Right.
Few.
Mixed medley, gold.
Mm,
Men's medley, gold.
mm,
Men's 4x2, gold. 100 breaststroke gold of Adam Peaty.
mm.
That's 4 golds. It's a pretty good
Dragon
gold.
says no.
Oh.
Dragon's off the soup. Dragon's not winning anything.
He's off the soup, dude. He's off the gear.
He was off the soup last year and he destroyed everyone.
Can we
Dude,
win
I
any
think
other
he's
gold?
tested positive 2 times, by the way, for 2 different toads.
he loves to test positive, actually. He's into it.
Ouch.
It's his thing.
But not in the last 90 days, so we're good.
Clean as a whistle.
He's trying to do that thing. You know, if you miss 3 tests, you get banned. He thinks if he gets 3 positive tests, he gets it's like super points or something. I don't
Right,
know.
yeah.
Didn't he
Because
get
of-
tested 46 times or something?
Yeah,
Is
they
that
were
him,
talking
Super
about like
Dragon?
200 times in the last 90 days.
Listen, somebody better test me over the next 8 days because I'm going to be jacked up on Gatorade. I'll tell you that. What are we doing here?
Wait, did you win
when's
your
the-
race on the weekend?
Of course, I won my race. Look at these.
Boom.
Did you beat Steve West?
Steve West, huh? Look at
Oh,
that.
Isn't
Steve
the
West. He
best.
was great. He's a great
Steve
swimmer.
West.
Yeah, I cruised into the finish on him.
No.
Brutal.
Are we going live every day through Olympics or
Yeah.
what?
Yes.
Every
Live
day.
every day.
Are we
Yeah.
watching live? What do you reckon?
Yeah, watch.
Yeah.
Live
we
and-
basically invented this medium.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
ours.
It's the medium that everyone wants.
Everyone's going to be
The
on
fans what
different
they want.
broadcasts, though.
I'm
Like-
serious. Like we get the feedback. People love these shows.
Yeah, go
Limit
back 3
Trials,
years.
people freaking loved it.
Yeah.
What should we say?
Yeah.
15 minutes before the meet starts, we go live. 15 minutes before
Yep.
finals, we go live. We're going to go live all through the finals. And we're going to check off probably after finals end.
Yeah.
And then we'll do that every day, 9 days in a row.
So just FYI, from what I'm reading, it's 2:30 to 4:30 Eastern time. 2:30, not 2 o'clock, Brett.
2:30 and is a
In the
that's
morning.
prelim-
Finals start.
finals.
That's what the NBC
Oh right, yeah. So 2:30 p.m.
Olympics is telling me.
Yeah. So we're
I
at
don't know what
11:30.
time that is for me. Far out.
4:30 a.m.
Yeah, we are.
This could
It's
be wrong. This looks
11:30. 11:30 in the day for me is perfect. Who picked
Yeah,
that
I'm
one?
jealous.
Yeah, 2:30. It's 2:30.
I think that's early morning for me.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna be. Most of us are gonna be feeling strong.
11 o'clock in the day. I'm gonna be.
I'm
pumped up.
gonna have to scooch over from the naval base. I might be 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
So
Okay, we're back. Are we doing
It's not good
opening
enough.
ceremonies? Opening ceremonies? No.
no,
No.
no, we don't. We don't.
chance.
As you know, Brett, we don't walk out during opening ceremonies, bro.
We're asleep during
Javon's
opening
bearing the
ceremonies.
flag.
That's cool.
That is cool.
How many people from Hong Kong are going?
They won a gold
It's a
last time.
few.
Okay.
They've got a fencer.
Okay. So it's between her and the fencer. Is that what you're telling me?
I think they're both.
Oh,
I think they're
who
both
else carrying?
carrying.
Like Flo's carrying the French flag. Andy
Yeah.
Perez
LeBron James?
carrying the
Yeah,
Israeli
Andy,
flag.
Andy's
Yeah.
carrying, yeah.
They haven't announced Australia yet, so
Andy
it'll be
looked good last
interesting.
week. Andy threw down a little 158 in practice, and she's not even racing a 200 free.
Renzo's carrying the flag for the Netherlands.
No, he's not. You having a laugh?
I just made that up. Who's carrying the Aussie flag?
They haven't announced it yet.
No,
Fitness.
the basketballer.
Boxer.
The basketballer? Patty Mills.
Yeah. No, Lauren Jackson.
Oh, Lauren Jackson.
Is she still playing?
They announced it?
Yeah, still playing. She's my age, 43.
Lauren Jackson's still playing? Are you
Yeah,
kidding
she's
me?
killing it. She's actually like playing really well too. Fifth Olympics?
Where? In what league? Not in the WNBA.
No, Australian League.
Yeah, again, it's like
have you seen
swimming
her
the
record? Have you
1500.
seen her record?
It's
It's like swimming the
mate. That is
1500.
so sexist.
No, it's not. There's 7 people that play in the Australian League. Play in the WNBA. Go out there and play against them. Let's see how many points
You've been out of Australia too long.
Let's see how many points you score in the WNBA.
Women's sport
Sheesh.
gets more ratings and more fans in the stands than men's sport in Australia. Matilda's
about that-
outranked the Socceroos.
But what about that girl? Is it Caitlin Clark? She didn't even get picked for the American team. So you can
not
play in the
good enough.
WNBA.
But she's
and
not
she's
good on
not
there,
gonna get
Nate.
picked. Come
What's going
on,
on there?
she's not good enough.
She's
Isn't
not
she?
good enough for the US team.
Isn't she like the best?
No, she's the
Isn't
most
that-
hyped
was
freshman
the
of all
hyped?
time.
Nah, she's breaking rookie records, left, right, and center. They're all haters.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit of haters.
You got to prove
Yeah, I
yourself.
think
You got to
haters.
prove
And
yourself on that
honestly, you
team.
should have put her in there anyways because she's. I mean, shit. She was at Olympic trials and everyone was loving it. I mean, she's like the biggest
Yeah,
star
draw card.
the last couple months.
Put her on the
Anyways,
bench.
Oh, just put Cody
All right.
Simpson on the men's team then.
He's in Paris at the moment.
Too soon. Okay.
Yeah, good chat.
Tumbleweeds.
All right. We'll see you over the weekend, Saturday.
It's only the beginning. Keep ketoned.
Go have another one, Sonny.
I'm going to go swim now. I feel inspired.
Wow.
Also, can I just clarify? People are talking about our predictions like we should keep tallies. I want to reserve the rights to change my predictions as many times as I want over the next 9 days because I will. I'll change predictions. I'm
After
going
they
to
win?
ride the
Yeah,
hot
after they win.
After they
As more information comes in.
Yeah.
After the races.
All right, that's it. It's over.